By Durant. And here he is on the break. Pritchard got a lesson in KD stare down threes.
Kevin Durant, a star for the Brooklyn Nets, posted something on Twitter. He wanted to draw attention to the fact that Kyrie Irving, a teammate and close friend, is now ranked second among all guards in the Eastern Conference in the All-Star voting. This was how Kevin Durant defended Irving on Twitter, in very strong terms. Hater said that Kyrie needs a better team. One of the basketball players receiving the most criticism right now is Kyrie Irving. Due to the star guard's jabs at the media and his absences for refusing the medical jab, there has been a lot of buzz about him. Nevertheless, despite these setbacks, Kyrie Irving is still a fantastic athlete who has frequently demonstrated his capacity for altruism. On the court, his play speaks for itself. Every renowned athlete will have detractors, especially on the social media sites like Twitter. Irving is no different, and a recent tweet about him implied that he required a better supporting cast in order to succeed. Kevin Durant mocked the author of the tweet by paraphrasing him, using an image of a man in an empty apartment taken from his phone, and insinuating that the person is a broke Twitter troll. In the past, Kevin Durant has been known to engage with NBA fans on his Twitter, frequently offering his opinions on both NBA-related and other topics. This is undoubtedly the superstar's most original fan relations strategy. While some have reacted angrily to Durant's Twitter roasting of haters, it appears that he is merely using social media for amusement. In this instance, we see him stand up for a teammate. The remark itself is absurd, given that James Harden and Kevin Durant, two former MVPs, surround Kyrie Irving on the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets may not have won the championship, but when the 2021-22 season arrived, they were more determined than ever to do so. Barring any major deals, the Nets are the likely favorites for the upcoming season. Maybe Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant can win a ring in Brooklyn and disprove the doubters.
This is wonderful, though. It's extraordinary for all of these individuals to be back on the floor.
Durant, one leg, sure.
Katie claps back at Kyrie Irving haters. Kyrie is frequently criticized for everything from his on-court performance to the remarks he makes or omits to make in interviews. People always have something to say, so it really doesn't seem to matter. Kyrie is a big issue, and he acts in ways that raise questions about him. For instance, he often gives the media something to write about when he says that he was KD in a prior incarnation. He says the earth is flat, or he skips games to attend a family birthday party without a mask on. In this way, he makes himself an easy target for haters and negative headlines personally. On the other side, KD doesn't care what people think of his teammate. He claimed on a podcast that Kyrie's exposure to media attention won't affect his performance. Regardless of what the media thinks about him, KD has complete faith that Kyrie will be able to deliver outstanding performances for the remainder of the season. He claimed that Kyrie will play a nice, effective game this season. He continued, "Kyrie's going to play the correct way, and he's going to try his best. All that other people talk about, I was never concerned with it." By the time he's online, for all the haters who speak ill of Kyrie in order to anger him up, Kyrie is currently doing a good job right now. He's averaging 27.9 points, 5.9 assists, and 4.6 rebounds while shooting 52.2% from the field, 42% from beyond the arc, and 95% from the free throw line. KD wants people to know that it's probably not having as big of an impact as those trolls think it is. Naturally, there will always be a story or conspiracy theory about what Kyrie is actually up to just because he is Kyrie. But KD wants everyone to know that all of that drama is just rolling off of Kyrie's back.
Your timing, learning your timing with different players.
Irving step back jumper is smooth.
Durant said, "Kyrie has always been an easy scapegoat for everybody." The Brooklyn Nets appear to be destined to win at least a few NBA championships when James Harden joined the organization. The franchise already had superstars Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant in addition to Harden. In a deal centered on Ben Simmons, James Harden was just traded to the Philadelphia 76ers, ending the Nets' super team attempt. As a result, the Nets have acquired yet another all-star caliber player. However, Kyrie is the subject of our attention, not Simmons. Since leaving the Cleveland Cavaliers, Irving has frequently been involved in disputes. It was the same when he played for the Boston Celtics and is still the same now that he is a member of the Nets. In order to prevent a COVID-19 scare as the 2021-22 NBA season advances, the league made sure that the majority of players received their vaccinations at the beginning of the season. But Irving made it clear that he has no immediate plans to be vaccinated. He missed a significant portion of the season as a result. He recently joined the team again, albeit on a part-time basis. Unsurprisingly, the former NBA champion is having a difficult time regaining his groove. Due to the extensive criticism Kyrie has received in the media as a result, it appears that his teammate Durant has had enough. KD made sure to defend Irving in a recent interview and offered a good explanation. After James Harden was dealt to Philadelphia, Durant gave the same interview in which he defended his former teammate. It is clear that Durant dislikes hearing bad things about his Brooklyn Nets colleagues, whether they are current or former. Although it is encouraging to see Durant doing this, if the Nets do not win the NBA championship, it will not matter much to supporters. There isn't much time left to integrate Simmons into the team and get him acclimated to his new role because he will be arriving after the NBA trade deadline for the franchise.
In his pregame news conference, he ran into Kyrie in the gym getting a hard workout, and as Durant leaks out for a little bit of room service.
Kevin Durant says there is no truth in what Olden Polynice reported about Kyrie Irving. Few of us are aware of the story's beginning, which centers on Kyrie Irving. Although he occasionally says things that are controversial and unusual, he is a star with talent similar to that of a select few. According to the Polynice report, Irving asked Steve Nash, the coach of the Brooklyn Nets, whether he could view Kobe's MVP trophies. The question of who truly deserved the MVP throughout those years is one for another day. The fact that the story seems to be entirely made up is more significant. Kyrie has never made comparable remarks to Nash, but Olden backed the story without doing his research. The last guy to allow errors like these to go unpunished is Kevin Durant. He launched a Twitter tirade at a repentant Olden Polynice. "The things you said weren't true. You have no influence over the past. Enjoy your time off." KD used some stern remarks. They might, however, be well earned. Sports writers and journalists should avoid fabricating or endorsing false information. The cost is the erosion of credibility, even if an NBA superstar responds and the writer enjoys a little period of celebrity. Olden was therefore fired, and Durant made fun of him by telling him to have pleasure in it. Because of his constant willingness to express his opinions, Irving has been a divisive figure throughout his NBA career, which has included previous stops with the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Boston Celtics. But Durant, who has experienced criticism before after switching from the Oklahoma City Thunder to the Golden State Warriors in 2016, doesn't view that as a flaw. Following KD's absence from Brooklyn's whole 2019-2020 season as he recovered from an Achilles tear, the dynamic combo will collaborate for the first time for the team next season. But now that I got your attention, I have to ask, do you think that Kyrie is as unaffected by the headlines as KD claims he is? Let's not forget that this is the same man who declared he would avoid speaking to the media in order to avoid being mentioned in any negative stories about him. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know what you think in the comments.